Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bowl Design, and today I'm out in the factory. And in this video, I'm going to talk. Got 2 or 3 things I want to touch on. I'm working on a new stove design called a Choke Hazard Magnum. Now, all this is just a choke turbo, a taller choke turbo. Now, first off, let's take a look at it. Okay, you can see what it is. Now, I don't know whether to offer the choke turbo, and the choke magnum all as different stoves in the store, or whether to just dump everything and just sell the choke magnum, and eventually just call the choke magnum a choke hazard. But then people who are using blah 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 probably ought to call it the magnum anyway. So I don't know if sell all 3 or just sell that one. Let me know what you think. Now, I've had a lot of questions lately about the QMH pot. They want to know if I can make one different heights, 10 ounce, 12 ounce, whatever. And yeah, I can make it, any volume you want up to 24 ounce, depending on how you measure it. Now, to me, 24 ounce pot, when it has 24 ounces in it, it should have enough space so you can still boil water in it without going over the top. So I took this theory and I went in and I took a Revell 3-quart pot, regular pot you put on the stove, and I figured when you put three quarts in it, there's going to be an inch or so you can use it. And I was wrong. I put 3 quarts in it, came right level with the top. So now I guess I've got to set my own standard. If I sell an 8-ounce pot, I want to have some space above it so that if you put 8 ounces in it, you can still use it. So when somebody asks me how big a pot, how high a volume pot I can make to go inside of a 12-centimeter pot, so they can have a pot inside of a pot with a windscreen and a pot stand, and then put the stove inside of the QMH pot, I have a hard time answering that because my standard is different than. So I guess I probably should tell them what it would be, and I think it's around 10 or 11 ounces right to the absolute top. So you're only going to be able to use, a couple ounces less than that. And I'm talking in the pot, the QMH in the pot, with the lid on the QMH and with the lid on the 12-centimeter pot. And everything fits. No rattling around or anything. So probably 10 ounces with a little room to spare. Okay, 12-centimeter pots. I just ordered 200 more. I still have 100 10-centimeter. But the 12-centimeter have been flying off the shelf like hotcakes. So I'm thinking, how come all of a sudden... Well, for quite a while now, I've been selling more and more 12-centimeter pots and fewer 10-centimeter. Well, I know Walmart, at least I've been told that Walmart quit selling the 12-centimeter pot. I think they only sold them in certain communities, but anyway, they quit selling them altogether. So I had some time a week ago, so I went on the internet and just Googled IMUSA 12-centimeter pot, went to Amazon, first place I came to, ka-ching, there they are. Comical story. $19.99 they wanted for a IMUSA 12-centimeter pot. Really? Really? $19.99 plus shipping? Really? No wonder I'm selling so many of them. Well, what I got them in the store for like $8? That's a deal. Now here's the funny part. if you look at the picture of this particular pot, you'll notice that down, I've got a pot here that's wrapped, not a real good, down here on the handle, out of every, out of every 30 or 40 of them I get one, I may get a whole box full of them, where that bottom rivet, it's always a bottom rivet, is not installed right, and the handle comes down, and you can see a space between the handle and the rivet. Sometimes it leaks, sometimes it doesn't, but I try to pick those out and not sell them and set them off to the side. Not a lot I can do with them, but, you know, they're potential leakers. So this 1999 pot, which had a nice picture of the pot, was one of those pots with the rivet popped out. So evidently, they don't go through them quite as close as I do, and there's about a 50% chance, at least a 10% chance, if you buy one, it's going to leak. Now, you buy a 12 centimeter pot for $19.99 from Amazon, and by the time you pay the shipping to send it back so they can verify it leaks, well, I think you can see where that one's going. You know, just not good. Okay. I've loaded, the last few videos I've loaded them in the lowest resolution my camera has, 360. Now, the reason I've done that is it's gotten so bad that I can only do a 4-minute video in 720. And, you know, I can do them in 1080, but the time is, and most people can't play them back anyway. So 720 was a sweet spot. But even then, to load a 4-minute 720 video was taking me like 3 hours. And while that's loading, I can't use the internet because there's not enough bandwidth left. So I experimented around in these last few videos I loaded. I think a cooking video for Slumgullion, I like to say that, Slumgullion, and the 2-part video for the M4 build. I looked at those. The Slumgullion video was shot in low light, was down there in the woods, and she's a little fuzzy. You can see me, you can see everything I'm doing, you don't miss anything, it's just not razor sharp. It's low res, you know what low res looks like. You and I went through that for years before they invented high definition. The machining video, depending on whether it's good light and a close-up, or whether it's low light and at a distance, the resolution varies because the camera just can't deal with a lower light because it has to go to a different aperture, and it, you know, the bigger the aperture, the lower the resolution basically. Anyway, I've been loading them in 360 and they load a lot better, and I can get up to 6 or 7 minute video. Woo woo! I was hoping I could go to a 15-minute video at 360, but so far even that hasn't really worked out. But they're quite a bit longer in 360, and they take a lot less time to render and to upload. So I'm going to be reloading them. I'm going to be loading most of the videos in 360 and try to make them longer, including this one you're looking at right now. So that's the deal on that. I've only had one person say that they look yucky, and they're right. On that particular video, it did look kind of fuzzy, but you could see everything, you could hear me, everything worked just fine. It just wasn't razor sharp. And with high def everything now, people are a little bit spoiled. They don't remember what it used to be like. It used to look like sand sculpture. And people was happy with it because that's all there was. But that's the deal on that. I've been on 2 bike rides today, and I don't know if I'm going to get in a 3rd one or not. It's raining right now and doesn't look good, but we may go out anyway, just for the fun of it. Now, I think that's everything for this video. So, I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Try to have a really great day. Try to have some fun today. You deserve it. Bye-bye.